Hey everyone, welcome back to the Steel Donut Collective. My name's Connor. With me on this video is Yella.
Good day.
And Bob.
This is my final intro line.
And we have a Creepypasta that's hosted on fictionpress.com.
So, yeah, I mean, it's technically not labeled a creepypasta, but it's whatever.
Horror story.
It's spooky, at least.
It is spooky, yeah.
Yeah, very spooky.
Yeah.
It is called Trapdoor Spider.
By D.K. Archer.
Archer.
And if I wasn't as tired, I'm very tired right now, but if I wasn't so tired, I would launch into my DK impression, which is basically just any gorilla impression. I can do a pretty good gorilla, but I'm very tired.
Yeah. All right.
Damn.
Yella, you want to give us the description?
Yeah. A quiet gym isn't everything it seems.
Oh.
You spoke that as if there was ending punctuation.
Sorry.
You also said that as though it was, like, interesting.
Well, excuse me for trying to make this interesting.
A quiet gym isn't everything it seems.
Yeah, you gotta say it like a robot.
Sometimes a quiet gym is just a quiet gym.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's not so quiet.
Not this gym, though. Sometimes it's not even a building.
All right, let's get this going.
Trapdoor Spider Myra's... Whoa. Is that her name?
Is she the Trapdoor Spider?
Maybe?
Okay.
This was a monster.
I'm guessing that was supposed to be like a title and then like...
Probably.
But it didn't happen. That's just not how it happened. I'm sorry. Trapdoor Spider Myra's gym clothes clung to her in a none to attractive way, gluing her tank top to her sports bra to her skin. She peeled them off in front of the blue-tiled sink in the women's locker room and dropped them unceremoniously in her gym bag. She released her hair from the claw clip at the base of her neck and shook her head, bouncing sweaty brown curls around her ears and throat.
I mean, she could still be a Trapdoor Spider.
Yeah.
She could.
Maybe this author predicted that whole Monster Girls thing like a decade and a half in advance.
I mean, always possible.
Yeah.
We found the original Spider Girl.
I mean...
And by which I don't mean related to any kind of superhero thing. I mean...
What about, what about those...
So not the original Spider-Girl.
I feel like there were Spider-Girls in high fantasy before that, though. You know?
Yeah.
Like a half dark elf, half spider lady.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know?
True.
Praying to the Raven Queen, like... I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, now you're getting into territory I know nothing about.
All hail the Moon Queen.
It'd make
know
for
that
a good
one.
history paper.
All hail, by the way.
Yeah.
The mirror did not reflect a kindly image. Kindly's an adverb. You used it wrong.
Kind image?
Yeah.
Maybe.
She was thin enough, surely, but the bulging veins across her shoulders were a disgusting shade of blue, and her eyes, sunken deep into her head, were hollow.
Hey, you don't know... Okay, author, you don't know the basis of beauty for spider women, okay?
Yeah, come on,
judge.
don't body shame her.
Yeah, asshole.
Real spider women have 8 legs.
and nice,
but also
strong
curves,
carapace, I guess. Yes,
but the 8 legs is a pretty core component of being a spider. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking. I don't know much about him either.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on here.
I don't mean to shame anybody.
I mean, all
legs.
I see so far is just a girl after maybe some sort of gym usage, who is now probably going to.
I think she was just in the sweat
shit.
shower at the gym.
Oh,
that's what I used to do. Mom would be like,
yeah.
"Hey, you need to lose some weight. Go to the gym." And I'd be like, "Okay, fine." I'd go to the gym. I'd just stand under the sweat shower for a little bit so I looked drenched. And then I'd come back and she'd be like, "Wow, you worked out a lot in like 50 seconds." And I'm like, "Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I work hard. Work hard, play hard."
I'd go to the pool and I'd just go to the lazy river, and sometimes I'd lay on my back, sometimes I'd lay face down.
Yeah, and just
wait.
wait.
The lifeguards didn't really like it when I did that second one.
Well, that's because they were like, oh, "Here he goes," and they're like already throwing the life preserver in. You're like, "No, at least wait till I'm drowning."
Yeah.
Give me a minute. Come on.
I was just trying to get my back tanned, you know?
I can still, I still have enough air in my lungs. Jeez.
You have to get your back tanned by laying face down in a pool?
Yes.
You can't do it on the shore? Or on
No,
the...
I like the pool. I like being in the pool.
The water
That's why
is
I go
cool.
to the pool.
Ugh.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go to the pool to lay in a chair
Next to
next
the
to
pool.
the
That's
pool.
ridiculous. You're right.
Who would do that?
How foolish. Around the partition, she could hear the open shower running. It was cold water running down the drain. She collected a bar of soap and a tiny container of shampoo from her bag and walked towards them.
Towards
the soap and
them.
shampoo.
Yeah, towards them. I think you mean...
Yeah, like it is.
Shower is singular.
Yeah, and it's
Water
also
is-
been like 2 sentences since we mentioned those.
Yeah, alright. No matter how far she turned the shower knob, no hot water spewed forth from that eye above her.
Okay.
Good metaphor. The tiles of the floor were covered in cold, clinging slime that stuck to her bare feet and threatened to clog the drains.
God damn it, that's
Jeez.
gross. What kind of fucked up...
She'd have to see the manager about that. It was a safety concern.
Yeah,
You should
like,
Shower
holy
from
shit.
hell. Yeah.
Honestly,
yeah.
call the police.
Cold clinging slime, like I don't know. That sounds like that needs. Like,
Unless
some
you're in a
thorough cleaning.
Nickelodeon shower, you shouldn't have slime all over your feet when you get in the shower.
Yeah, like where did that slime come from? What is it? Like that might be a health hazard.
This is some
Yeah.
Goosebumps shit.
Yeah, some fucking R.L. Stein shit. All I'm saying is, if I went to take a shower and the floor was covered in goo, I'd probably shower somewhere else.
Yeah, just like,
Yeah.
okay, like if you open the curtain or open the door and you see goo on the floor, at that point I'm like, I'm naked and I'm sweaty. I think I'm gonna just reach into my gym bag and put my sweaty clothes back on and then get in my car and
Go home
Yeah.
and take a shower there. Like
As you know, I don't want to get my car all sweaty, but better than
But-
getting my feet all slimed.
Yeah.
What the
Deep
fuck?
below the building, the water heater kicked in again, roaring mightily like a lion was trapped inside and drowning. They really like their metaphors, but their metaphors don't like them.
No, none of these metaphors are good.
The fours that fight back.
Yeah.
Ooh.
She shivered under the cold water and rubbed the soap over herself. Despite practicality...
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to figure out... Okay. Despite practicality, Myra preferred a feminine brand, a translucent egg the color of ruby, scented with what had to be jasmine.
Okay. How are practicality and a feminine brand of soap, like feminine, by the way, huge air quotes around that, how are those mutually exclusive? Like, what does this sentence mean?
So I think what they're suggesting is that it would be more practical for the soap to be something
Not
other
an
than
egg
a jasmine egg-shaped, ruby-colored
block.
piece of soap. But honestly, like, that's not the craziest bar of soap I've ever heard of.
No.
Yeah,
My
soap
mom
is
used to
soap.
stay at this. My mom used to stay at this hotel, and she would like collect the soap from there because it was really cute. They had these little duck-shaped soap. I don't
Yeah,
remember what
that's-
hotel it was, but it's like that's cute. But there's only one usable side of a duck-shaped soap, and that's the
Yeah.
bottom.
Yeah.
It's very impractical, and the ducks were small enough that it was like kind of a waste.
Yeah, at least if it's egg-shaped, you can just use it all sides.
Yeah, you
It's
use
an
it all
egg.
sides, or you use one side until it becomes flat, and then you've basically just got
You
a
flip
regular
it
bar
like-
of soap.
Yeah. Like,
That's just regular soap.
God.
Man, you don't want to get me started on soap, man. I got the most doldrum opinion of soap ever, man.
Whoa.
Let's
But
hear
now
it.
that-
I want
now-
to
Now I
rev
got
that
myself
doldrum
started,
engine
I'm gonna
up.
Get started.
Hold on,
Okay,
hold on. Let me rev it up real quick. Okay, go for it.
Okay, so like we all know, like hyper masculinity is stupid. You know, like
Yeah.
you know, like this is soap for men, or like
you're talking about toxic
Axe
masculinity.
body wash, toxic masculinity. Yeah. So like the Duke Cannon brand of soaps are all like, Duke Cannon is a man's man. He, you know, he goes out hunting with just his rifle and his wits. He doesn't care about all those hipster new thingies and such like that. And it's supposed to be that like the styles, the you know, the brands, I guess, I want to say flavors, but then you're gonna
I know what you
stop
mean.
eating soap joke. But is like green or like naval supremacy blue or like what did I buy recently? Like Buffalo Trace oak barrel. Whiskey scented soap. Yeah.
So you can sound like an alcoholic without drinking alcohol.
All this hyper masculine shit, but those soap bars are actually pretty big for the price and have kind of those like micro beads that feel pretty good. And so it's like, on one hand, I actually kind of like the soap bars. On the other hand, I have to buy Duke Cannon.
The ultimate dilemma.
Hey guys, telling jokes about soap, now that's clean comedy.
Oh my god.
We're a family channel.
Since when?
Since now.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! I'm so. Oh god! Oh
hey!
God.
Watch your fucking mouth!
I'm so fucking.
Kids
sorry.
are listening. We're YouTube influencers. Okay, we've got tens of fans out there.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. Sorry for fucking up all.
Yeah, don't fuck up their brains like that.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with social media influencers like us. We could bury you just as easily as we can give you tens of fans.
Yeah. A shout out from us is worth
something.
It's worth exposure.
Yeah. I can't pay you, but
my God.
Appreciate the exposure. I'm just going to continue.
Yeah,
it ran off her in perfumed red trails, spinning around on the floor before falling down the drain.
Oh, so it looks like she's bloody as hell.
I guess. The water began to warm up, and the water heater roared louder than before.
Maybe somebody should look at that.
Yeah, that sounds like a big problem.
Like, that sounds like it might, like it's about
it's weird that, she goes to the gym, presumably during a time of the day that they're open, I would assume. Right?
Yeah.
Like the gym is allowing people to enter. She didn't break in. So why are they not, like, why didn't they turn on the water heater earlier?
What kind of, like, dodgy gym is this?
They're like trying to save energy. They're trying to save on their gas bill by like turning off the water heater when no one's taking a shower.
Gyms aren't like creepy hotels. You don't have a haunted Planet Fitness.
I mean, it is the judgment-free zone.
Well,
so maybe like somebody who died a very embarrassing death, they're not gonna get judged.
Right.
Also, the lunk alert will go off if you drop the weights. So like,
yeah.
Ghosts, don't be fucking with that.
Yeah, and also you shouldn't even mention the shower goo.
Oh, yeah, that's like shower. It's ectoplasm. That's what it is.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Now we understand. And you know what? Frankly, I feel bad for shaming this gym. They're accepting of ghosts.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's pretty progressive.
That's pretty progressive, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there are very few places where they don't just call the Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
If you leave ectoplasm all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And is it... I don't know. It's not racist. It's not speciesist.
Oh my god.
I don't know what it would be, but am I racist for not liking the idea that a ghost would leave ectoplasm in my own shower? Like, I'm clearly bigoted in some way, and I need to work through that, but...
Right.
I don't know what that bigotry is.
What's the term? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're livingist.
Yeah.
You don't like
deadist?
Mortist?
Mortist.
I don't know. We'll have to figure this out.
We'll have to workshop this later. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll have to work it out in your therapy sessions.
Oh man, I've got a life privilege. All right. She arched... Whoa, what? She arched happily under the warming streams that fell from that circular eye in the ceiling. Jesus.
So, like, the shower head is just, like, in the ceiling.
And, yeah, it's one of those, like, rain showers.
Okay, Bob, read on.
I hate these metaphors. Dumber. That eye was like the eye of God, watching her every moment.
It's a fucking shower head. What's wrong with you?
The shower head is an eye, like an eye of God.
Whoa.
Cool. It's a simile of a metaphor for a thing that's pretty banal.
How many layers can we go? Like,
yeah.
It's also just a shower head.
As the water began to steam, the red flowed more plainly, and she decided to put the bar away before it dissolved completely in her hands.
That was either a very tiny bar of soap, or that
it's one of those little ducks. Quickly. It's like ducks. It's a duck egg.
It's a duck egg, yeah.
She stepped towards the opening in the partition. 1 step, 2. The cold, clinging slime under her feet betrayed her, sending her sprawling and crashing to the floor.
Oh no.
Have you guys ever fallen in the shower?
No.
I have. And let me tell you. I have. So, the shower that I fell in had these glass doors with like a metal grip to hold the door in place. I slipped and like slid my side across that metal thing, and it cut my side open.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. And I was like a kid. And so like I like called for help, and my mom came, and my brother heard me calling for help, but I'd locked the door to his room because we had adjoining rooms. And while my mom was like getting me up and like, you know, fixing me up or whatever, he just kept knocking, going like, "Hey, get out of the shower. I need to take a shower."
Oh my God.
And Mom was like, "He's hurt." And he's like, "I don't care. I need to take a shower. I have to get to school."
Oh my God.
And there's another boring story about my life with my brother.
Yeah.
This is really turning into a video full of boring stories, huh?
Yeah, Yella, do you have any boring stories?
Hopefully, especially if it has to do with cleaning.
Yeah.
Specifically about brothers, showers, or slime.
Excellent, great. We can all tell a story.
Yeah, okay. Want me to tell it right now? I can do it
Yeah.
Okay,
sure.
So I took a shower just now, actually, before we started recording.
Congrats.
And before I took a shower, I wasn't feeling too great. Like I was feeling like my muscles were aching a bit and all that. And because you know the shower was very nice and warm and all that. So I stayed under the shower for a bit longer than I was planning to, just because it felt so nice.
Oh.
Boo!
That's it. That's all I've got.
That's not as much of a story as I was imagining.
No, it's even less than any of the others.
Well, you know what? Here, in the comments section, go ahead and leave your shower stories.
Yeah, do you have shower stories?
Hashtag shower stories.
Shower stories. Right, that's what we were looking for.
Right.
Stories.
Focus, Bob.
Wink! Her foot twisted beneath her weight, and she felt the disgusting snap.
What?
Followed by waves of pain radiating up her limb.
She fucking broke her ankle?
Did she step in quickset concrete or something?
What the heck? What?
The slime like solidified and
so here's what I think. Yeah, I think her foot is stuck flat on the ground, on the floor. Mm-hmm. The rest of her falls down, but because her ankle, because her foot is flat on the floor, when she's horizontal but it's vertical, snap.
Oh no.
She got them chicken ankles.
Yeah.
You know? Below her, the heater roared. The soap slid along the slight angle and spun with the water, carried on top of the tiles and came to rest squarely on top of the drain, sandwiched between the pit and the waiting eye of God.
What? It's a shower head.
Metaphors. Myra put her arms out and scrambled.
Scrabbled.
Oh, like the game? Okay.
I love that game.
Myra put her arms out and scrabbled blindly, searching for a steady handhold to pull herself out with. Nothing but cold, clinging slime came up in her fists.
How big
is this slime like
place?
growing or what?
Is she sinking into a pile of
slime
and this is
that
why
she saw and stepped in willingly?
That sounds...
That's why when you see the
Fucking
slime, you
what?
just fucking go home and shower there.
The heater roared. The lion inside it was drowning. We remember from your metaphor.
Now there's an actual lion in there.
No,
it's
see,
not
that's
a metaphor anymore.
No, see, it would be a simile if she used like or as, but it's a metaphor because she's attributing a lion to it, even though that's not the case.
No, I think there's just a literal lion in there.
I mean, it's drowning.
Yeah.
It's also boiling.
Both.
Myra began to scream for help, hoping someone, the manager, a trainer, anyone would hear her plea and aid her. The heater was louder. How could it be? How the fuck am I supposed to... The heater was louder. How could it be?
How could it be?
How could it be? Yeah, okay. The water flowed hotter from the eye, scalding, burning. She yanked her legs away from it, but her good leg had found the only spot of traction on the floor.
That sounds like a good thing.
Yeah?
The slime was so thick she slid easily closer without meaning to.
I thought
the
it was
momentum
sticky.
carried her slowly towards the drain and the shrinking ball of red soap.
Is she trapped in place, or is this like
here's
ice slime?
Okay, imagine I get it, but it's poorly described. So imagine you're sitting on your butt and your ankles, your heels are resting on the floor too, right?
Yeah.
And then if you had no traction with your feet and you pulled them towards you, but your butt was firmly planted, your legs would come towards you.
Yeah.
Instead, because one of them has traction, her butt, which has no traction, gets slid forward.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Okay.
But also, how big is this shower?
How big is this
like, I don't
drain?
understand. So this eye of shower is actually not like spraying. It's more like it's just pouring in a column down in the middle. Because like there's a bunch of area apparently where when she fell down, she was out of the shower head. Out of the scalding water. And when she pulled her legs away, she actually pulled herself into the path of the...
Is this one of those rooms? Just one of those full-sized rooms that have like 14 showers in them?
Yeah, but also... Oh, that maybe...
I think so. Let's see. What did it say earlier about the shower?
Then you stepped into a whole room
But
of
no,
slime.
because she had to pull away a partition.
I don't know.
Right? So that's like a curtain. And in gyms, usually they, like, at least modern gyms, they just have, like, single showers.
All it says here when the shower is first mentioned is, around the partition, she could hear the open shower running.
Yeah, I don't know. You think I've been in a gym?
Again, sweat shower.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a chemical wash, except with sweat. Like human, harvested human sweat.
Right.
Huh.
She screamed, now in pain, and the water burning and nearly boiling crept slowly up her body, despite frantic struggles and pleas for aid.
So what, is the water level
is there
rising
a tub now?
Yeah, like is the drain clogged? Is the water right? What's happening?
So I was imagining like lots of shower heads in a single big room because of what we described earlier. But now I'm like, okay, no, it can't be that because how would the water level be rising?
That quickly.
I don't know. The heater roared. It was deafening. And then, for some reason, the sentence continues after an exclamation point. And her twisted leg touched the edge of the drain. For a moment, she though to push off of it, but the metal grating fell away from the surface into the pit under the waiting eye of God. We get it. It's just really hammering home that good metaphor.
The waiting eye of God.
The hole, had it truly been so large? And then, again, the sentence continues after a question mark. Swallowed gallon upon gallon of burning water, down into the depths of it is pit, down to the sewers and the water processing plant, or something similar. That's
I don't know how water works.
I kind of know how infrastructure works, but not really.
Yeah, it's infrastructure week. The roaring of the heater overpowered her failing screams, and her foot slid easily over the edge of the drain.
That's a big-ass drain.
Is that how you spell incline?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just looks weird to me. The incline carried her over the surface, and the weight of her own mangled limb pulled her. Her hips went over the edge, and within a second, she was gone.
Mangled.
You know, if this wasn't marked as horror, I would have assumed this was some weird fetish shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swallowed by drain.
Swallowed by my drain.
It's Drainvor with a little bit of gore in there.
Yes. I'll ask Matt to search for Drainvor later.
Oh my god, no. Don't give that poor boy a rest.
I'm glad he's not here to search for it while recording.
Again.
Not like with plain vor.
The water heater huffed and quieted down. The water cooled, chilled, and the drain contracted again, pushing the metal grate up into its rightful position. Somewhere below the building there was a contented gurgle, and the watchful eye of God fell silent.
So what, she literally was eaten by a shower drain?
Yes, Drainvor.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is there just one monstrous shower drain in this gym, or are they all monstrous?
Why is this story called Trapdoor Spider?
Why was there the slime?
So, like, the Trapdoor Spider is a kind of spider, but this doesn't resemble the way a Trapdoor Spider hunts. The Trapdoor Spider builds a little nest, and then there's like a little trapdoor, and it waits for prey to come close, and then it jumps out, grabs it, and pulls it into the hole. Yeah. Which, this is close-ish.
Not that close, though.
It's like there's a hole, and it waits for prey to get close, but like hot water has nothing to do with Trapdoor Spider, and nothing jumped out to grab him.
Like maybe if it was like suddenly from... Like, maybe it was, like, something like an actual big monstrous spider, like, jumped out and grabbed her and pulled her in, or something.
Yeah. Or, like, maybe if just, like, an arm, just, like, a hand grabbed her leg.
Yeah, something just grabs her and just pulls her in.
Like, oh, that'd be spooky.
Yeah, like... Or maybe it is just that she is a trapdoor spider, and she got flushed down the drain.
Trapdoor Spider Myra.
Yeah.
There she is.
Look at her go. Goodbye.
Yeah. Down the drain.
That's pretty sad.
All right. We've got some reviews.
Wait a minute.
The
itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain.
Yeah.
And washed the spider out.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, now what we need is some really creepy, slow music, and we need some young children to sing this in a slow and creepy way. And then it's spooky.
Yeah, and just put like stock footage on screen.
I mean, literally.
But like inverted colors, black and white, slow-mo.
Yeah, right, exactly. Right. There you go. That's how you make something creepy.
Yeah.
So yeah, reviews.
All right, yeah. So we got Anamorpholite says, ooh, creepy.
Nah.
Not really.
Kristen Poe says, wow, that was good. Very creepy. I really like your writing style. Keep it up. To which I say, no, I don't.
Let me give the writer this little bit of credit because the story's over and they can't betray me.
Fair.
This is extremely generic, but it reminds me of what mature writing looks like to like a 5th grader. You know?
Yeah.
Like, if you're a 5th grader and you write at this level, I'm like, oh, okay. You're a little bit above your other 5th graders.
Yeah.
But if you're in, like, high school and you're writing at this level, then I'd be like, okay, that's really generic. You gotta add your own flair. The only flair I saw through the whole thing was that you kept coming back to Eye of God as a metaphor, and it's like, it's not that strong a metaphor.
No, it's
especially since
not.
Like, if there were more aspects to how it connected to the shower head, like if the shower head pouring water was like the Eye of God weeping, then I could be like, okay, there's more than one aspect to it. But right now, Eye of God is only an eye in the sense that it's round.
Yeah, you just call it an eye, and you mention once that it's like it's watching her, but
it doesn't actually watch anything.
It's just a hole or a number of holes from which water flows.
Yeah, and then, people are like, I love the Eye of God, very creepy, blah, blah, blah. Hercules says, the Eye of God, heh, a holocaust with a twist. Such a sad way to end a life.
Oh, what now?
Holocaust.
Do you think...
What?
Do you think anything to do with deadly showers or a holocaust? Because that's not...
That's
not what made it a holocaust.
I didn't even make that connection until you said it just now. What?
I don't...
No.
That doesn't make sense. No.
Hercules, why?
You're really jumping to conclusions there, bud.
The only other one I want to read is Icy Fire 4W5 says, I have finished reading this story in one breath, for its flow is very smooth.
That's one hell of a breath.
That's one hell of a
try. Yeah.
That's one hell of a review.
That too. What?
I don't. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck that means.
Did he literally read it all in one breath?
I think he means he gasped at the beginning and then just held his breath the whole time. He was on bait.
Oh yeah, because it was that
bated
spooky.
Breath kind of thing.
It was that spooky.
Oh yeah, I was spooked.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't spooked.
I was pretty spooked about. You know what? Here, I'll give it this. I was pretty spooked by the incredibly shitty level of maintenance and care of this shower.
That's true. Yeah.
Right.
No, that can't be up to code.
No, it really can't.
Neither living or dead code,
Mm-hmm,
By the way, dead code sounds like an anime.
Yeah, it does.
This Jim's going to be on the next season of Gym Rescue. And by next season, I mean first season.
Yeah. Gym Rescue's...
Imagine bar rescue type show where they go to gyms and are like...
I mean,
what is this? All of your
What if it's just Gordon Ramsay's next thing?
I was about to say.
Yeah, Gordon Ramsay did Hotel Hell. He did Kitchen Nightmares. Maybe Gym Rescue. I mean, he's in good shape.
Yeah, I mean, he works out. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how much he knows about managing gyms, but I'm sure he knows to not let ectoplasm just gunk up the place.
Yeah.
I came to this gym to try and work out, not to have the shower try to fucking eat me alive.
You stupid shite! The water heater's not on! I can't do the accent.
The water's fucking cold, you donut.
Yeah, there we go. It's raw.
The water's raw.
Raw water. Gross.
Gross.
It's right. What, did you get it from the freezer or something?
Alright.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you have something you'd like for us to read, feel free to leave a link down in the comments below. We also have a public Discord server, link in the description, which you can join if you're so inclined, and requests can also be left there in the requests channel. Thanks again for watching, and do have a nice day.